Okay, so today we're going to be learning how to solve two-step equations. The good thing about two-step equations is from y'all's previous knowledge of solving one-step equations, you guys are already halfway there. So we're going to start off with an example of a one-step equation. Just review that for a little bit. So let's say we have x plus 2 equals 5. Now what we need to do here, from what we learned before, we know that we have to perform the opposite operation on both sides of the equation to get x by itself. So we see that we have a plus 2, so to get x by itself on this side of the equal sign, we need to subtract 2 on both sides. So does anyone want to come up and solve x for me? Shelby? X equals 3, yeah. Do you guys agree with this answer?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, x equals 3. Let's actually just come and make sure that this is correct. Do you guys remember how to check your answer?
Yes.
Do you want to do it for me?
Alright. So we know that x is equal to 3. So you just plug it in.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so since he plugged it back into the original equation, and then he ended up with 5 equals 5, that's a true statement, so we know that the answer that we solved for x is correct. So now, using what we know from one-step equations, I'll teach y'all an example of a two-step equation. Okay, this would be a two-step equation. We see that we have 3x plus 5 on one side, and then a number on the other. What we want to do, just like the last time, is get the variable x by itself on one side of the equation, on one side of the equal sign, sorry. So we're going to want to get this 5 on the other side. Since we have a plus 5, how are we going to move it over to the 20?
Subtract 5.
Subtract 5, yeah. So then we'll bring this down, 3x. This is 0, and then 20 minus 5 is what?
15.
15, yeah. So we're gonna divide. We have a 3 multiplied by a x equal to 15. So we're gonna think back to what we do on all the other equations, and we're gonna want to do the opposite operation. Since we have a 3 multiplied by an x, we're going to want to do the opposite operation of multiplication. What's the opposite operation of multiplication?
Division.
Division, yeah. So we're going to want to divide 3x by 3, and then make sure we do it on the other side of the equation. So we have a 3 divided by 3 is a 1. So we have 1x equals 15 divided by 3 is what?
5.
5, yeah. So 1x equals 5, and 1x is the same thing as x equals 5. So now we're going to check this just like the last one. So we're going to plug in x equals 5 to our original equation. So we're going to have the 3 times our x, which is 5, plus 5 equals 20. So 3 times 5 is what? 15. Plus 5 equals 20. And then we know 15 plus 5 is 20. So we have 20 equal to 20, which is right. So we know that we solved this correctly. Now I have a little song to help you guys remember how to solve two-step equations, and it goes along to the acronym OINK, where O stands for opposite, I stands for isolate, N stands for number, and K stands for no. So I'm going to sing the song first, and then you guys can sing along with me after. It goes like this. O, perform the opposite operation. I, be sure to isolate the variable. N, x should be equal to a number. K, check to know that you are right. Okay, so now you guys can sing along with me. O, perform the opposite operation. I, be sure to isolate the variable. N, x should be equal to a number. K, check to know that you are right. Good. So now you guys know how to solve two-step equations.